Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Divided by Zero and I'd like to welcome you to a Battlefield 1 live gameplay commentary. Yes, your ears are not deceiving you, your ears and eyes are not deceiving you. I am playing Battlefield 1, which means I'm playing a different game than Team Fortress 2. Let's get that out of the way first. I knew that this channel was not going to be specifically revolving around Team Fortress 2 the whole time because I cannot imagine playing a single game for creative reasons and purposes only. Never mind playing just one game in general, doing it for entertainment purposes, for your guys' entertainment, is even harder in my opinion, because you do have to be fully committed to what you're doing. I do not believe in sort of winging it when it comes to playing games for entertainment. I have to feel a genuine pleasure in doing so. But I've also decided that it is time to come back to this masterpiece, and hence the title of this video. It is 2023, this is my first time playing this game this year. I've played it, I probably would say about half a year ago, would be an accurate estimation. And I almost killed that guy. Maybe the medic will somehow... not really. Okay. First off, before you start asking questions, yes, my game is in my native language, and I guess this is now out of the way. My native language is Polish, and the game is in it because I bought this game on Origin, and Origin had some stupid, maybe still has actually, I'm not really sure, some stupid policy of regionalizing this game specifically for the Polish and I believe Russian market at the time. So me having selected Polish on Origin so I could pay in my own currency, which would be good, forced me to have this game in Polish when it comes to the writing. So the HUD, all the control points, all the weapon names. Yes, of course the dialogues are in English and so on, that's obvious, but the writing. And I contacted Origin at the time when I noticed this was a thing, and they told me that I could refund the game basically if I wanted to, alluding to the fact that I could just get a, sort of buy an Origin code that is not regionalized and therefore play this game how it was intended to be played. Good job spotting that, by the way. I was never good at this. So yeah, I hope you will forgive me for putting this up on screen for you international viewers. And just be aware that it's nothing I can do. There is no way around this. There is some sort of way that is has the potential to cause your game to anti-cheat you out of every match, so I'm not going to be doing it. So having said that, we are in Argonne Forest. When I noticed that the map was switching to this, I was kind of like, oh no, this is not really the quintessential BF1 map for me. But, oh, that was a shotgun. I could not do anything about that. But at the same time, I figured, you know what, it is a legendary map. It is what a lot of people first experienced when they played it. It was extremely popular in the beginning. It is a vanilla map, so why not show that this game can be experienced very much not only on DLC servers and whatever, just the way it was from the beginning in 2023 on... This is a community server, actually. And this is the same guy, I believe. On a community server now, but the servers are full, people. They are full, and there's a good reason for that. Thank you, medic. I always try to thank the medic. You're gonna learn some Polish, by the way. Look at this. And I am thrilled to be playing this game again. Absolutely thrilled. As I said, probably half a year since I last played it, and absolutely loved every minute. I've played this game a ton. I have probably almost 200 hours. This was the first Battlefield game that I got to experience in any sort of decent, proper manner, because my love with the series was extremely... It was love at first sight, basically, when I started watching... Whoops. I'm slightly unintelligent. When I started watching Battlefield 3 gameplays on YouTube, and I was just amazed by how large scale you can make a multiplayer FPS game. That was the thing that really amazed me at the time. That it can be so vast and so um, relatively slow pace to what I was used to games like Counter-Strike, Call of Duty. Relatively slow paced, a lot of sort of planning, walking around. Of course, these were different games, and I did. A lot of you guys probably remember this crazy sort of offer deal that Origin made for Battlefield 3, where it was completely free to download the vanilla version for a while, and therefore I was jumped on board. Whoopa! What did I just say? Therefore, I jumped on and I played it on my HP G62 laptop, I believe, at the time. And man, it ran at like 20-something FPS average on a resolution that I don't even think was 720p. So yeah, that was my experience with Battlefield. And to me, a big part of these games was always the visual fidelity. I mean, yes, of course the gameplay in Battlefield makes it great, but these games were always stunning, cutting edge when it comes to graphic fidelity, and that's what made them so immersive. And so I played Battlefield 3, then I played Battlefield Bad Company 2, which was the only possibility to play a Battlefield game at a sensible sort of frame rate. Loved that game. It was still populated, however, it was pretty much the same 2 servers running the same 2 maps, so it was a little bit limiting. And then was Battlefield 1, I believe, strongly. I saved up for months and months and months. Why does this guy... I hate this weapon. Months and months and months to get a semi-decent PC, bought this game, played the campaign, loved it, and then started... no-lifing it, basically. It was 2019, I believe, so I played it still 3 years after its release. All the DLC was out, basically. And I just was amazed. And now I am back. I am back to the first Battlefield game that truly got me into this. I should have noticed that. Throw that there in case he wants to go in. What? MG15? Bugger it. Thankfully the spawns here are much shorter, so I don't have to cut this video into a bazillion pieces like the TF2 videos. It can just go like this and we're back in the game. Playing as the assault class with the... this weapon! With the Ruby Rolls Factory, the M1911 Hellfighter, I believe, and then the usual assault things that I always run pretty much, which is... rocket gun, anti-tank grenade, regular frag, and this thing because it's tied to some achievement that I'm not even aware of at this point. The Welsh whatever. I'm gonna have problems with some of the names, but you guys will have to help me with this, simply put, because I cannot switch this game's language, and you're just gonna have to live with it. And so am I. Trust me, it was much more of a tragedy for me than it might be for you. So here I am. This is not my favorite class in the game, absolutely, bar none. My favorite class is Scout and then Medic. I really enjoy playing Medic in this game. I believe it is the first Battlefield game where the Medic class was sort of given a very nice sort of niche with the semi-auto rifles that became usable in the game as compared to DMRs in previous Battlefield games, which were very sort of niche. Ooh, this guy. Look what an aggressive squad I have. Let's go to C, guys. I'm not squad leader, thankfully. That's the only thing I don't want to be in these games, because when I spot spam Q, it just tells everybody to attack objectives, which causes confusions, and I'm not... That was very methodically spam fired. Yes, love this thing. The Ribeirol Factory is probably the most versatile weapon in the game because of its... well, it's an SMG predominantly, but actually it is more like an assault rifle when you look at the history of the weapon. But never mind that. In this game, it has a bipod, so on pretty much any surface, it's very generous. You can just laser pointer this thing. It just shoots wherever you point it once you put it on its bipod. And so it allows for incredibly long distance combat. with an automatic weapon, which in this game is usually only the case, ow, with LMGs. And that is the one gripe I always had with this game. I think LMGs in this game are way too versatile and overpowered, which is why I pretty much never played the support class, just from the sheer hate of constantly being wrecked by people with parabellums and whatnot. We are getting destroyed. That is not ideal. I should maybe go back and protect our spawn point. Well, not our spawn, but our first point. I mean, that is just tragic. So, I'm immediately going to say that this gameplay is going to be less focused on the actual things I'm doing and more along the lines of, let's revisit this game. He did not see me, I saw him. Let's revisit this game and talk about it for a while, because this game came out in 2016. It is heading on for 7 years. 7 years. I do believe this game is timeless. It is the first Battlefield game that I believe reached the level of visual fidelity and quality where you don't feel like it's gonna become outdated purely because of the graphics looking just horrendously outdated. I have to move because they will respawn and just know where I am. I heard him, which is the reason I came up top, and of course machine gun. What made this game is the visual quality, the gameplay, and the sound design. These three things together create an incredibly immersive and fun experience. When it comes to the visuals, I think this game in many ways looks better than some modern games. It's not just pure fidelity, it's the art design in general, the high attention to lighting, the incredibly detailed weapon models, the map design, the colors, all of that. You have some of these DLC maps like Kobarid or something. Oh, Caporetto it's called in English, I'm sorry. There we go, we have problems already when it comes to names. I mean, you just stop and look at them. It's like you're playing Elden Ring or something. Then the gameplay. Smaller maps, more fast-paced combat. I have to run. More fast-paced combat. In general, quicker weapon switches than, for instance, Battlefield 4. You remember, like, taking out your RPG was basically a Shakespeare sonnet. It just took forever. With here, it's more dynamic. You can do more things at any given time, which allows you to sort of get more in there and have to plan maybe a little bit less. And of course, I do believe it is an easier game than, like, Battlefield 3 or... I almost got him. Battlefield 3 or 4, where there is a learning curve. Like, the muzzle velocities of the weapons in that game requires you to really, really know your weapon. Here, you just sort of walk in, aim at people, and they go. The one thing gameplay-wise I really dislike about this game is random bullet spread. I think this was one of the few Battlefield games, or the only one, I'm not really an expert on this, games to do this, and it does make for a more chaotic sort of gameplay, but at the same time, it really does make automatic weapons not very viable at a long range. Again, excluding LMGs for some weird reason. I mean, I'm not really sure what they were thinking with the LMGs, but whatever, they're in the game, deal with them. I don't play support pretty much at all, so I don't really care. There's gonna be a lot of people coming over here. How on earth did that not hit him? Again, that's the sort of thing I'm talking about, but in general, I can't really complain. This server is getting a little bit empty, but hey, I'm not complaining. We'll see if it gets repopulated, maybe. And the sound design, I mean everything. Every single thing in this game makes a nice sound. The weapons, the reloads, the foliage moving around. Oh my lord. Everything makes a lovely sound, and if you play this game with a good set of spacious headphones, I mean spacious, the ones that give off a realistic sort of stereo field and are accurate, then I mean it's just pure bliss. That's what I'm doing now. I have them on relatively quiet because I need to hear my voice, but I can tell you, I mean, you can get this game for dirt cheap. There are still people who haven't played this, and most PCs now, even laptops, are able to run this game at 60 frames per second. And you wouldn't tell by looking at it. I mean, ooh, this game just looks pretty, doesn't it? I'll just explain my hit markers. I have red for kill and green for headshot. That's the only modification I've made to this game's sort of HUD. All apart from the field of view, obviously, and the usual things. Maximum field of view, 90 degrees. I think I've depth of field off, yeah, so my weapon's not blurred out. By the way, how did I escape that? No idea. Maybe chasing me, so I'll throw that there. We have an armored train, so maybe... Of course, we're getting rolled slightly. We did put up a good fight initially, but I guess most of our people left. It's much more sort of... intimate experience with so few people on the server. Believe me, it was completely full not long ago, this server, so I'm not really sure what's going on, but... Dude, he's right there. There we go. I'll just chill here, and hopefully... Sys counts as kill, fantastic, and there's people coming, so I'm out. Oh, going underground, this guy is. Where'd he go, where'd he go, where'd he go? Where did he go is a good question, actually. I should probably go back. It's like playing Hunt Showdown right now. Tense. I fucking hate the LMGs in this game. I'm gonna get used to it. This is my first time playing in quite a long time. I'm trying, and we have no people on our team, but we're gonna get to the end of this round. This is gonna be our intro, our warm up, and I don't know how many people will see this video. This is not what I'm known for on this channel. I'm known for doing live commentaries. This style is not gonna change. It's just me doing the same old thing. But I really feel like going back to this game, and so I want to hear from you. I don't know how many people see this video, but if you do, I want to hear from you if this is something that you enjoy. If you've previously really enjoyed my Team Fortress 2 live gameplay commentaries, is this something that alongside the TF2 commentaries could happen? I'm definitely not going to ditch TF2. Not anytime soon anyway. So please let me know. I mean, I think this game is objectively enjoyable for many people. Battlefield in general has such a cinematic quality to it that you can enjoy these gameplays very much. And I'm just gonna be basically flowing over with nostalgia, talking about why I love this game, the ways I played it, discussing, again, it's never really serious with my commentaries. We're not gonna be, you know, talking about how to Battlefield, basically. I used to be really, really good at this game. I reached a point where I felt, yeah, I'm relatively confident in... Oh, I knew there was going to be somebody there. I'm relatively confident in what I'm doing here. However, this may take a while to sort of get back into. And, yeah, let me know. Let me know if this is something that you would like to see. Let's get back to the gameplay a little bit. We have an armored train, which is not doing us much good. There's another thing that I really dislike about the gameplay system in this game, which is the point system. Where in previous games, if you had the majority of the map, you never lost points. So you could always really come back from a game that you was severely losing by... Oh, these shotguns. By holding the majority of the map. Where in here, if you have a situation like this, pretty much over, right? But I guess it helps the more dynamic gameplay that this was intended to give off, I guess. I am not going to be doing more than one match per gameplay, as I believe it will be a little bit too long of a video. This one's coming to a close. We did relatively poorly. I did not do much to sort of help our team, but this was again an introductory video. I just wanted to discuss sort of the history of this, my history with this game, and why I wanted to play it again. But the rest will come. I actually feel kind of nice playing Assault. It was a nice way to warm up, get to grips with the gunplay in this game. Which people praise a lot, the gunplay here. I mean, I'm not really sure the gunplay is the strongest point of this game, to be brutally honest. It feels a little bit unpredictable. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was different for me and for you. It wasn't an easy decision for me, but I had a blast playing this, and I hope this joy comes across. And if anybody is wondering, should I buy this game or play it in 2023? Both of the answers are yes, yes, once again, yes. This is a classic, this is timeless, this will live on. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.